The legendary Dakota apartment building in New York City would never have been built had it not been for Isaac Merritt Singer, the man behind the Singer sewing machine. Now, Isaac didn't build it, and Isaac didn't design it. In fact, Isaac Singer never even knew about it, since he passed away in the UK in 1875, 5 years before the Dakota began construction. It was built, however, by Edward C. Clark, who was Isaac Singer's lawyer and business partner. As a result of Isaac Singer's invention, Mr. Clark was rolling in dough, and he envisioned the Dakota as a pioneer in upscale urban living. At a time when the majority of wealthy New Yorkers lived in brownstones and townhouses and mansions, Mr. Clark saw an opportunity to offer a different kind of residential experience, with all the modern conveniences and luxury of a high-end hotel. But that's a subject for another time. For now, let's talk about how Edward C. Clark earned all his money, thanks to sewing machines. Isaac Merritt Singer led a life as intricate and dynamic as the machinery he perfected. Born on October 27, 1811, in Pittstown, New York, Singer's journey from humble beginnings to immense wealth and fame was marked by innovation, scandal, and a rather unorthodox personal life. And by that, I mean he had multiple wives and mistresses, often at the same time. And he fathered 26 children. You hear that, Elon Musk? As of the time of this recording, Elon only has 12. At the time of his death, Isaac Singer was worth the equivalent of $320 million. His early life was far from illustrious. He displayed a mechanical aptitude from a young age, but his restless spirit led him to various occupations, including acting and machinist work. But check this out, he sold his first patent for the equivalent of $150,000 when he was just 28 years old. He then took that money and embarked on an acting career. It wasn't until 1850, when he was in his late 30s, that Singer's true genius emerged. At the time, he encountered a sewing machine designed by Orson Phelps. Singer saw potential in the machine, but recognized its many flaws. In just 11 days, he developed a series of improvements, including a straight needle and a perpendicular motion, which significantly enhanced its functionality and durability. Singer's improved sewing machine was patented in 1851, marking the beginning of his commercial success. However, this success did not come without legal challenges. You see, the sewing machine industry was rife with patent disputes, and Singer was no exception. This led to the formation of the first patent pool in American history. What that meant was, instead of spending their time bickering and suing each other, they decided to just kind of work together. And so by collaborating with competitors like Elias Howe, who held a foundational patent, and other sewing machine inventors, Singer helped create a system where patents were pooled and royalties were shared. This innovation not only ended costly legal battles, but also allowed for the rapid advancement and dissemination of sewing machine technology. With the patent wars behind him, Singer, alongside his business partner Edward C. Clark, co-founded the Singer Manufacturing Company in 1851. Clark, a brilliant lawyer and businessman, played a crucial role in the company's success. He introduced the installment payment plan, making the sewing machines more affordable to the average consumer, along with trade-ins which significantly boosted sales. Until then, sewing machines were primarily industrial tools used for garments, shoes, and bridles. In 1856, smaller machines were introduced for home use, but they sold poorly due to their high price of over $100, which was the equivalent of about $3,500 in 2024. Singer revolutionized the market by investing in mass production with interchangeable parts, cutting the price in half and increasing his profit margins by 530%. That's righteous bucks. He introduced the first family sewing machine, the Turtleback, eventually reducing the price to $10, which was about $350 in 2024. $10. Think about it. 10 freaking bucks. Down from 100. So $350 instead of $3,500 today. Gotta admit, that was a pretty good deal. I.M. Singer & Company manufactured 2,564 machines in 1856 and 13,000 just 4 years later in 1860. Think about the incredible impact this had on the lives of so many women, who can now use sewing machines at home to create items for their families or for sale. Charitable groups supported poorer women in gaining sewing skills and respectable employment. Seriously, this is no joke. Isaac Singer, in so many ways, changed the world and the lives for countless people, especially women. Magazines, pattern books, and group classes emerged for wealthier women seeking useful activities made possible by home sewing machines. Singer's sewing machines quickly became a household name, and by the 1860s, the company was the largest manufacturer of sewing machines in the world. And as you can imagine, Isaac Singer was soon rolling in dough. This guy made a fortune. By the 1870s, he was a multi-millionaire and one of the wealthiest men in America. He lived in several locations in New York City during his lifetime. Notably, he resided in a lavish mansion at 14th Fifth Avenue. It probably didn't look like this, but then again, maybe it did. This residence, located in the Greenwich Village neighborhood, was one of the grandest homes in the city at the time. Additionally, he had other residences and properties in New York, but the Fifth Avenue mansion was particularly significant. Now here's the part where some of you might want to close your eyes or cover your ears. You see, Isaac's personal life was as prolific as his business endeavors. He was notoriously known for his numerous romantic entanglements and the vast number of children he fathered. Over his lifetime, Singer married multiple times and had many mistresses. His first marriage was to Catherine Maria Haley, but the marriage dissolved as Singer's infidelities became apparent. Among his many relationships, he is perhaps most famously known for his relationship with Mary Ann Sponsler, with whom he had several children and lived openly as a common-law couple for many years. However, he later abandoned Sponsler to marry Isabella Boyer, a Parisian socialite, in 1863. This marriage produced 6 children. In total, Isaac Singer fathered at least 26 children. Clearly, Isaac Singer's sex life was inspired by his sewing machines. By the way, it has been said that Isabella would later become Bartholdi's model for the Statue of Liberty. I'll talk more about that another time. This will come as no surprise to you, but Singer's romantic escapades were not without controversy. His relationships often overlapped, to put it gently, leading to public scandals and legal disputes. His personal life was a source of continuous drama, reflecting his impulsive and unrestrained nature. But then again, the ladies sure did love him, so it's not like he was just always lurking after them. In addition to rolling in dough, he was a relatively attractive fellow, brilliant, and quite personable. In any event, Edward C. Clarke wasn't too thrilled with all the scandals. He thought, this is gonna hurt sales a little bit, and why don't you take all of your dough and go to Europe with your wives and mistresses and children. And Isaac said, hey, that's not a bad idea. And so he did. In the twilight of his life, Isaac Singer sought solace in Europe. In 1871, Singer bought an estate in Paynton, Devon, England, and settled there with Isabella. He commissioned the 110-room Oldway mansion as his private residence, complete with a hall of mirrors, a maze, and a grotto garden. His third son with Isabella, Paris Singer, who you probably heard of, especially if you've ever been to Palm Beach or Boca Raton, Florida, later rebuilt it in the style of the Palace of Versailles. The area became known locally as Singerton. Unfortunately, the Victorian Society has named Oldway Mansion a heritage building at risk of disrepair. Isaac Singer spent his final years in this magnificent estate, surrounded by luxury and his large family. He continued to manage his business interests from afar, but his health began to decline. On July 23rd of 1875, Isaac Singer passed away at Oldway Mansion at the age of 63, shortly after the wedding of his daughter Alice, whose wedding dress was so extravagant it cost as much as a London apartment. His funeral was a grand event, featuring 80 horse-drawn carriages and around 2,000 mourners. As per his request, Singer was buried in Torquay Cemetery in a 3-layered coffin, cedar-lined with satin, lead, and English oak with silver decoration, and a marble tomb. Isaac Singer's legacy is multifaceted. As an inventor, his improvements to the sewing machine revolutionized home and industrial sewing, paving the way for mass production in the textile industry. His role in establishing the patent pool was a significant contribution to industrial innovation, fostering a more cooperative environment for technological improvements. In the business world, Singer's partnership with Edward C. Clarke and their innovative marketing strategies set new standards in sales and consumer financing, influencing future business practices. Now, as far as his personal life, yes, it was marked by numerous marriages, affairs, and a multitude of children, which remains a topic of fascination and controversy. His life story reflects the complexities of a man driven by both creative genius and unrestrained passion. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, we would not have the Dakota apartment building today had it not been for the incredible success of Isaac Merritt Singer. His journey from a struggling inventor to a wealthy industrialist is a testament to his ingenuity and determination. Despite his tumultuous personal life, his contributions to technology and industry have left an indelible mark on history, securing his place as a pivotal figure in the story of American innovation. So, what do you think of the Singer sewing machine? Your grandmother had one, didn't she? Come on, you know she did. Mine did. What happened to hers? Did you inherit it? Kindly let me know in the comments below. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell because there will be more videos like this one, and I hope you check those out too. Kindly remember that I've written a bunch of books about the Dakota and the Ansonia and Friar Park and Tittenhurst Park, and you can buy any of them on Amazon and other booksellers. Please check out the links below to learn how to support my research and productions. Specifically, I'd really appreciate it if you could become a member of my channel and or join me on Patreon. You can see really cool walking tours that I've shot of all the places I've visited. You can also leave a super thanks in the comments below. And please do yourself a favor and go to a local shelter and adopt a cat or a dog or both. Do it today, do it tomorrow, but do it soon. You and they will be very glad that you did. Until next time, I wish you safe travels on all your journeys.